Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Episode number 445. Drink It Till You podcast, the only podcast that lasts until the last drop. How the hell is your Sunday going? How the hell was your week? Hope everybody's okay. Hope you're safe out there. I'm feeling so much better this week than last week. Thank you for asking. My cough is gone for the most part. I am not drinking water this episode, thank God. I'm having a little bit of booze. I had a couple of shots of vodka a little while ago, a White Claw, and it's, kind of making me a little sleepy. So what I decided to do was basically like my version of a White Russian, which is I just make my regular coffee and dump some vodka in there. So that's what I'll be having for this episode. If you got them, drink them. Bottoms up. Cheers, everybody. And speaking of drinking, it totally slipped my mind last week to talk about the whole Tony Romo thing. I haven't actually seen the footage of him getting arrested. DWI, DUI, whichever one it was. What I have seen are the AI versions of him doing his field sobriety tests, which I think are awesome. They're pretty damn hilarious. My favorite one so far that I've seen is him doing the Dak Prescott, little hip twist warm-up that Dak does. And they're saying that was Tony Romo's field sobriety test that the officers made him do. Obviously fictitious, but still hilarious. What's not hilarious is being Tony Romo and drinking and driving. What the fuck, dude? I just... Am I crazy? Like, I always thought the dream was, at least for me, and maybe like people I knew growing up, but isn't the dream to like be wealthy enough to have a driver? You know what I mean? And nowadays you don't even have to be wealthy. You can call an Uber at any time to come pick you up. And I don't understand. I say this all the time. I'll never understand that. I don't want to drink and drive to the next bar, drink at that bar, and then drive to I don't want to do that. That sounds so hectic, risky. I mean, apply any word you want to it. It just doesn't make any damn sense. The only silver lining, like I said, being the funny AI things that are coming out of it. But it's still like, come on, man. I said this with Justin Timberlake. I mean, I'll just keep saying it. It just doesn't make any sense. I want to call an Uber. I'm actually thinking about going. I don't know why. I just have such a taste for cheese enchiladas. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. It just sounds so good today. And as you guys know, I'm already drinking, so I won't be driving. But, I mean, what would I do? I would just call an Uber. I mean, that's so much more fun, isn't it? Dealing with the stress of having to drive yourself and hoping you don't get caught. What is that? It's not. It's got to be an ego thing. That's all I can assume. Oh, I can do it. I'm not too drunk. Oh, I can handle myself. Oh, I can handle my booze. It's like, why? The dream has always been to get a ride. I mean, nobody, you have to have a certain amount of money to get it like a personal driver. But I mean, there's a great substitute, man, and there's so many varying options you can use. But yeah, I'm really thinking about it today after this episode, just getting an Uber, getting a Lyft, going up, getting some Tex-Mex to make my highly refined palate happy. And notice how I didn't say steak or anything sophisticated. It's cheese enchiladas. I don't know. I don't know where the craving came from. Maybe I'm low on calcium. Who knows? But, yeah, dude, that just seems so much better. I'll never understand it. Pick my drunk ass up, take me to the next place, and let's have fun, Skip all the worry. I mean, there's a danger in it, too. You don't want to get, like, blackout drunk and be getting in strangers' cars. Like that one time I was sitting outside I was just waiting for my food outside the restaurant, and this dude, I mean, there's just cars parked everywhere. This drunk dude, opened my back door to my car, and I was like, can I help you? And he goes, oh shit, this isn't the right car. I'm like, you fucking drunk idiot. Like, yeah, you can still get in trouble being too intoxicated in public. None of this is legal advice. I'm just a guy drinking on a podcast, by the way. I'm not giving anybody legal advice. I'm just saying, doesn't it just make sense? Let somebody else, what's the movie? They're like, we don't cut our own hair, or we don't clean our own houses. It's like that same idea. You don't cut your own hair. Why are you going to, I get it. You can drive yourself under normal circumstances. But yeah, it was just silly. I like I said, I haven't seen the actual arrest. From what I hear, when they told him, to put his hands behind his back, he just kind of like shrugged, like, oh, okay. Oh, well, I guess I didn't. He said, did I pass? And they're like, put your hands behind your back. And he's just like, oh, well. But yeah, it's just stupid, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And it's not only about the individual. I'm going to stay on my soapbox for another couple of 30 more seconds. And I swear to God, I'm done. It does, it doesn't only affect the individual, Tony Romo. You could have affected somebody else's life or ended somebody else's life, you dope. And I like Tony Romo. Tony Romo is one of my favorite Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks of all time. He's not my favorite, but dude, I mean, any man who can take punishment like Romo did during his career and still go out there and play. What do you have, like a broken rib or some shit at one point? I mean, that's you gotta respect that, and I do. I just don't respect the silly. It's almost like they're making silly choices because they have the money. Even if they get arrested, it's no big deal. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, that's so fucking irresponsible, man. You're gambling with other people's lives at a certain point. Anyways, okay, that's done. Let's have another drink. Cheers, everybody. I won't keep lecturing Tony Romo, who has been wildly more successful in his life than I have. I'm just saying. Anyways, sitting here watching a little bit of Atlanta Braves versus the, what are they called? The Nationals, Washington Nationals. Just waiting here for a little bit until my Rangers come on. Rangers, oh my God, they've just been on a skid. Like, I posted one on YouTube. I posted one little, MLB 26 The Show short, and being like, rah, rah, go Texas Rangers. Like, we got this. Come on. First place all the way, and that was after we had beat the Rays in game 1 of that series. And then game 2, the Rays beat us. Game 3, the Rays beat us. Now we're facing Houston. They've already won the series. They beat us game 1, game 2. Today is game 3. And yeah, I mean, they beat us with DeGrom on the mound. That's just not good, and it wasn't DeGrom's fault at all. It was the bullpen. DeGrom held us in there, and the bullpen came unraveled a little bit, and we end up losing that game. But I mean, what can you do? I don't know. We're all in this division, the Rangers division. We're all playing 500 baseball. I mean, that's going to be like the tops of the division. It's like 500. Now the Rangers, having dropped 4 games in a row, sucks. Really sucks. But yeah, I mean, we don't want to get swept. Hopefully we can pull one out today and avoid the sweep. Like, that's just embarrassing, right? So for our future for this season, I don't even know. I saw somebody on Twitter the other day say too, they're like, is it just me, or is the MLB trade the whole, it's just been dead. Like, barely anybody's making any trades. The trades, or whoever the Rangers acquired, it's like, I don't know if that's probably not enough to make a huge difference. And And oddly enough, Corey Seager's back. He had a pretty decent game last night. Jock Peterson, a contrast from last year, is actually playing really well. A lot better. We got some younger guys. Osuna, Duran. Duran just made an incredible catch yesterday. Like, literally over the wall. His gloves hanging over the wall into the stands, and he makes the catch and pulls it back over. I mean, literally robs the Astros of a home run. Like, we're playing. We have good, bright spots. We have younger guys stepping up. It's just like it's not all coming together. It's just little spurts. Great defensive plays. We can crank some home runs sometimes. I mean, it doesn't, we're down to three outs yesterday, and we just couldn't get, everybody's swinging for the home run on the Rangers team. I think Langford being the last one up to bat. I mean, he's not swinging for a base hit. He wants to tie the game, which, that in that situation, that makes sense to me. I'm not going to get mad at him for that. At one swing of the bat, one stroke, and it's a tie game. So anyways, all that just to say my Rangers are struggling. I don't like it. But I'm also excited, just for baseball in general. I'm finally, the World Cup had me distracted there for a little while. I'm usually watching a lot more baseball before this point in the season. But I'm here now, and I definitely have the itch. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fix is. I don't know if the Rangers are going to, they always say buyers or sellers. It just seems like we're going to be sellers. I don't, we can barely hold 500, and now we're below. What are we, a game and a half back? We can get a little bit back today with the win, but I don't know. It's not looking great for my boys, you know what I mean? But I'm still enjoying the season, and trust me, I've been through for a lot more years, a lot worse Texas Rangers baseball. This is nothing. This is like a cakewalk after all the years it took to actually win a championship. So yeah, don't feel bad for me. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm used to this. I'm a veteran when it comes to Rangers baseball. So let's have another drink. Cheers, everybody. And real quick, getting into the UFC, I'm not going to talk about all the fights, even though they even said it on the broadcast yesterday. It was the most finishes in UFC history on any card ever, which was, going back and watching the early prelims that I missed. It was a great set of fights. I fucking love Medic, bro. Medic is so mean and so fast and so strong. Like, that other dude didn't, I forget his name now. That other dude didn't stand a chance. He knew he was the underdog. He even said that on the interview. What else? This dude, oh my God, what a mess. He's like, yeah, my training hasn't been, I haven't had a chance to train as much as I would have liked. After my last fight, my last victory, who did he beat? Holland. After my last victory, celebrating, and I got caught with weed on me, and I went to prison in Tijuana. I was like, holy fucking shit, bro. What a story. And then last night, he's back in the UFC fighting, And he didn't stand Fernandez, I can't remember. He didn't stand a chance, dude. Medic hit him with a couple of strikes, and that dude just crumbled. My favorite tweet I've ever written about UFC revolves around Medic. Is call a medic, but not for Medic, which it reads the same. The way his name is spelled reads the same as Medic. But yeah, I mean, this is probably the third or fourth time I've seen Medic fight, and he's a beast, bro. He's an absolute monster. I don't know who's going to stop him in that division, but he's on it. He is on it, bro. And he's so, like, after, they're interviewing him, and he's, like, so humble and so, like, I just love it. I love the guy. He's fucking great. Yeah, there was the controversial fight yesterday where the dude was like, I didn't tap. But his hand clearly came up to tap the opponent's leg while he's being strangled. Essentially, that was a little controversial, but it's like, bro, what is the ref supposed to do in that? You have to sympathize, even as a fighter, with the ref in that situation. He sees the guy has you in a choke. Your face is turning fucking beet red. You're grimacing. And then your hand, even intentionally or unintentionally, taps the opponent's leg twice. What is he supposed to think? That's literally their job, is to keep you safe. But regardless of the protests, that fight was over. It showed he tapped. I mean, everybody in the stadium thought he freaking tapped. What was the ref supposed to think, man? Like, I don't know. That's a tough job. That can be a tough job. You call it too soon, or, the broadcast guys are giving you shit because they're like, it's over. This needs to be over. He needs to call. It's like, dude, like, if you want a ref so fucking bad, get in there. Stop, stop. I don't know, man. It's a hard thing to do, but that is their main concern, is fighter safety. So good on the ref. I don't say that's a bad stoppage at all. It looked like you tapped, whether you meant to or not. And the dude's fucking strangling you, bro. Like, what do you want him to do? So yeah, great set of events, man. A great set of fights, I should say. What else? Oh yeah, dude. Let's have another drink and I'll tell you guys what I've been watching. Cheers. Bro, I cannot get over this drummer right now, Chris Coleman. I am just like consuming at least 2 or 3 videos of his a day. He's such a phenomenal drummer. His drums always sound so perfect. He's just excellent. He's by far... Like, as far as... I'm sure he's been around for a while. I mean, the way he plays, he's been dedicating years to playing the drums. But I'm going to call him a new drummer because I haven't heard of him up until recently. But, dude, once I saw one of his videos, it's just... the metronome, the timekeeper doesn't even exist to him, man. Like, he goes all around it wherever he wants to go. And it just comes back in on one to start the groove again and stay with the metronomes. Just like, this dude is just like a fucking octopus, man. Like, just incredible hands, incredible feet, incredible mind. A lot of people, they don't give the brain enough credit. Like the things he's doing, the coordination it takes. I would love, I say this all the time when I talk about drummers, I would love to, like, hook up those little jelly pads are that can, like, sense your brain signals and shit, and, like, shit happening within your brain. Strap, like, 4 or 5 of those to his bald ass head. And I really want to know what's happening inside his brain as he's doing this. Like, even if it was just, like, nonsensical and you're just seeing, like, lights light up, like the parts of his brain that are being used at any given time. Oh, there's just a home run robbed from the Nationals. Nice catch. Who was that? I don't know the outfielder's name for the Braves, but that was awesome. Did he pull that one over the fence? No, he didn't pull it over the fence, but he got up to that yellow line. Dude, I mean, that wouldn't have been a home run, but that was right there. What a catch. What a catch to run that one down. But anyways, I would just like to see what's firing off in his brain as he's playing like that. That would just fascinate me to no end. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of him. I just discovered this today. This channel on YouTube is called CC, the letter C, Stray, Stray, and he's basically doing San Andreas, the video game, the GTA video game. Dude, that's probably one of my favorite GTA games ever. But he's basically using AI to create like scenes of the game. So it's like when you log on to the channel and you're watching what he's created, it's like a little mini series. It's like a movie of a story that I play. I mean, I probably beat that game like 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean? So I know the story fairly well. You know, he's walking through the neighborhood in the show that this guy made. And it's just, I mean, it brings back so many good memories of playing that game, you know, of being in your hood and going into your house and, you know, getting your car and driving around the neighborhood and doing missions. And, you know, everything happened really right all around Grove Street. You know, like the one I think about the most is the train tracks that go in front of, well, they're not exactly in front of his house, but it's like a few blocks down. The train tracks run through. There's a huge mission over there. There's like a motel where you have to kill like the triads and they're all coming out. Dude, it's just, oh man. And the fact that he's like recreating it, you know, he's using the dialogue from the actual games. I'm assuming that's where he got it from. It's just really cool. It's really cool to like relive that, but without a controller in your hand. It's like he turned it into a little mini series. It's really neat, man. So go check that out. What else? Oh yeah, dude, I gotta talk about Tubi, man. This is probably my favorite. Oops, as I exit out. This is probably my favorite streaming app at this point. Like, I have Paramount because you know, I pay for another subscription. They basically give me Paramount for free. And other than UFC, dude, I've got to be honest, the Paramount movies fucking suck. Like, there's maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 movies on there that I'm like, okay, these are decent picks. Everything else is just, I don't know. I don't know who they're in contracts with. I don't know how all of it works, but their movie selection fucking sucks. If they didn't have UFC, I would have no need, honestly, for Paramount. Like, you can probably find the movies Paramount has on other services for free. And one of those services being the great Tubi. Now, I started noticing a little bit more with Tubi with the sports. Like, for example, that first USA game of the World Cup, you know, when everybody, I mean, there's like a zillion teams in it. Everybody's trying to figure out their place in the standings. It was like USA's first game. Tubi had that whole game for free. I'm like, dude, I love this service, man. So I'm going to scroll through here and give you some of my favorites that are on there. Fun with Dick and Jane, Jim Carrey. That's a great movie. House Party. I didn't even see this the other day. I hadn't seen House Party in so long. What is Fist Fight? It's got Charlie Day and Ice Cube in, and a mild-mannered English teacher is challenged to an old-fashioned after-school brawl when he crosses his much tougher and deeply feared colleague. Yeah, that looks kind of fun. Chappelle Show's on here. I didn't know that was on here. Dude, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's actually Chris Farley's last movie, Almost Heroes. It's based in 1804. And it's Matthew Perry and Chris Farley, and they're basically like doing what Lewis and Clark did, you know, is basically the premise of the movie. They're exploring, they're trying to make it to the ocean. There, but it's obviously the comical version, dude. It's such a great movie, man. I've seen that movie probably 100 times. For a few dollars more, classic Clint Eastwood movie. Walk Hard. I mean, that's kind of a goofy one, but a good one, right? You done gone smell blind, son. And he chops his... Oh, God, that was horrible. That was a horrible scene. Oh, dude, I hadn't seen this in a long time. Mars Attacks. Anybody remember that movie? I definitely remember the... the cover is just like... The lady with the big, like, 50s style hair, but she's actually a robot. Or an alien, I guess, in a robot suit. A Fistful of Dollars, another Clint Eastwood one. This is 1997, The Odyssey. Oh, is this a TV show? It says one season. Fargo, which I have yet to see, which I've always heard is good. Get Shorty. I've seen that a few times recently. Pineapple Express. I mean, dude, this is all free. Like, I tweeted about this the other day. I don't know if they still have it on here. They had, at least from my experience, one of the hardest movies to find to watch for free, which is Training Day. Dude, they had Training Day on here for like a month. It was epic. I fucking love Tubi. Limitless, I've seen that once. It was okay. They've got all the old school Westerns you could possibly want. My Name is Nobody. That's one of the sequels to My Name is Trinity, which is a, kind of funnier Western movie. Here's a great one, since I'm sitting here watching baseball. Major League. Oh, this is the second one. Major League 2. I did hear something funny. I saw this on Twitter that, what's his name? In Major League, the first one, Wesley Snipes was so slow at running. Like, he's just not a great runner that they had to do his scenes in slow-mo to make it look like he was fast, which is pretty funny. Here's a great one from the 90s, 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag. I mean, I'm not going to pay for any... I'm not paying for Netflix. I'm not paying for Hulu. I'm not paying for any of that shit, dude. Like, these are all just great movies. 187, I've actually never seen that one, but I do recognize it with Samuel L. Jackson. Emotionally scarred after being stabbed by a student, a teacher refuses to be the victim again when he takes up the substitute teaching in a new location. Lucky Number 11, I've never seen that, but I remember that from the old Blockbuster days, right? What year did that come out? 2006. I guess that was kind of toward the end, wasn't it? I Am Sam, Lonesome Dove. I mean, if you want a classic Western drama. What else? Oh my God, this is one of my favorite movies. I didn't even see this the other day. Lords of Dogtown. About the skateboard team. There were a bunch of surfers, blah, 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 and they basically put, wheels on a board. Skateboarding came to be. That's kind of a vague description of the history, but it's such a great movie, dude. I love it. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I mean, all the old Westerns you could want. Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald. Walking Tall, that's a Curly Sue. Oh my God, I hadn't thought about Curly Sue in like so long. I haven't seen that. The cartoons they have, Dexter's Laboratory, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed, and Eddie. Dude, Tubi is Tales from the Crypt, Black Sheep, Powerpuff Girls. I mean, come on, man. This is all for free. It's insane. It blows my mind. Tubi is just the best. I love it. If they can start getting a few more sports on there, dude, I'm going to be sold. I mean, I'm already sold, but if they can start getting a couple of MLB games, a couple of NHL games like they're trying to do with the the World Cup. Now, granted, with the World Cup, I couldn't watch the entire World Cup on Tubi, that's for sure. But it's just cool to be able to like open an app for free, not have to manage a subscription, and it's there. Did I already say Fun with Dick and Jane? That's a pretty good one. I love that one. Funny Farm, which I hate to admit this, I've actually never seen. But yeah, just tons of great movies, dude. Go check out Tubi. It's the best. It's absolutely the best. If I'm ever looking for a movie, I always start at Tubi first, because there's a pretty good chance it's going to be on there before I have to find alternative sources. So anyways, that's going to do it for me. As always, don't drink and drive. Treat yourself to an Uber. Treat yourself to a Lyft. Treat yourself to a DoorDash. Treat yourself to a Waymo if it's in your area. Don't be a Tony Romo. Don't be a Justin Timberlake. Just get a fucking driver, man. Let's go ahead and finish these off. If you got them, drink them. Bottoms up. Cheers, everybody. All right. That's going to do it for me. I might Uber up here and get some enchiladas here in a little bit, but you all be safe. I will talk to you all next week. I love you all. Bye.